All of you, good morning to all of you. Welcome to you all in this class. My dear student, today our main topic is Lodi dynasty and important rulers and their achievements. Right? I suggest you always go through the books, read the topic that is going to be taught next day. That is why one day before of this online class, I send you the message to Snap Homework so that you should be up to mark in this regard. You can understand any facts better if you have already read the chapter. Here, I have to say you about some important rulers of Lodi dynasty. But as I have assured you, some topics, one topic of yesterday that was discussed in last moment of the online class, I have to repeat it in short. One important question you must learn, and that is the reforms, about the reforms of Firuz Tughlaq. As you know, Muhammad Tughlaq was very harsh as well as liberal ruler. He is called a man of mixture of opposites. Opposite here means some good qualities and some bad qualities were in his personality, or weakness was in his personality. So many people were unhappy with him. So to please them, Muhammad, to end the Muhammad Tughlaq's grievances among the people, the grievances of the people against the previous ruler, he wanted to please the people and to gain the favor. So to redress the grievances that the people had against Muhammad Tughlaq, he did a lot of work to please the people. 4 or 5 points we must have to learn. First, you have to learn first to make the people's life happy and prosperous. He improved the agricultural condition of the people. He bring improvement in the field of agriculture, in the field of agriculture. So he made many, he constructed many canals and tanks. Second step that was taken by him to please the people was repairing of old tanks. He ordered to repair all the old tanks, which was the main source of the irrigation. Right? Third point, he reduced the taxes. He brought the change in the land revenue system by reducing its quantity or the amount. Fourth, he ordered to open some markets to sell the surplus produce. Fifth, he introduced many coins of smaller denomination in his kingdom. Sixth, to improve the educational and literary level of the people, he ordered to open schools and gave grants to the scholar to promote literary activities. And last one, he helped the poor in different ways. Okay, so these 5-6 points you must have to learn. Now this is the question: what reforms were made by Firoz Tughlaq to end the grievances against Muhammad Tughlaq? Now one question, there is a possibility to come another question in context with Firoz Tughlaq topic, that is what actions were taken by Firoz Tughlaq to consolidate his power, to strengthen his power as a ruler. When you will go through the first paragraphs, you can select some important facts. I am helping you in this regard. You can write in this way: Muhammad Tughlaq, first of all, adopted the policy of appeasing the nobles, ulemas, and orthodox Muslims. Here, ulemas, yesterday one student has raised the question through a chat in my WhatsApp number. What is the meaning of ulema? On the very day also, I had discussed, and I am telling just now also, ulemas were the scholar of Islamic learnings. I mean, they were the scholar, learned of Islamic learning. इस्लाम धर्म का ज्ञान जिनको था, जिनकी शिक्षा का भी वो प्रसार करते थे, ये उलेमास थे. They were the scholars, but they were conservative, orthodox. I mean, who do not believe in change, right? And who do not prefer other religions. In his sense, his own religion is greater and better. Ulemas were those. In this way, he pleased ulemas to get his favor, because ulemas were removed from the administrative interference by Muhammad Tughlaq. The next points you can learn: he imposed jizya. It was a tax that was to be paid by non-Muslims. All the Hindus had to pay, and other Muslims, other non-Muslims had to pay. Actually, it was a insult of all the Hindus and non-Muslims. It was a discrimination done by the government, done by the ruler, Sultan Firoz Tughlaq. But he did. You have to write it. And he declared, or he considered himself as the servant of God. He thought that his main motto is to serve the people, but on this pretext, he also gave a message to the people that he should be regarded as the God. In this way, these actions were taken. And last one, he changed the policy of Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad Tughlaq. So these actions were taken as the rulers to consolidate the power, strengthen the power. Now, you see, one inside question can also be asked, right? Can also be asked. And what is that? Mention 3 states that were taken by Firoz Tughlaq to please the nobles, ulemas, and and other Orthodox Muslims. So these same points will be there. After that, you know about the reforms I have just now said. So these two questions must be answered by you at your home in your homework copy. Next ruler was Nasruddin Tughlaq. Next ruler was Nasruddin Tughlaq, who ruled from 1388 to 1412 CE. Right? 12 CE. He was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. So it is very important question. Name the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. Your answer should be Nasruddin Tughlaq. Right? Nasruddin Tughlaq was the last ruler of Tughlaq dynasty. And who was the first ruler of Tughlaq dynasty? Yes, you can type Ghayasuddin Tughlaq. Right? Ghayasuddin Tughlaq. Now, next point is what? He also took with him many Indian artisans for decorating his capital at Samarkand, his own state. The Sultanate lasted only up to 1412 CE. After Taimur's invasion till Nasruddin died. Later, it got divided into many small kingdoms, and Daulat Khan, an Amir, was appointed as the ruler of Delhi. This Daulat Khan, right, started to rule, but after some time, Sayyid Khizr Khan attacked Delhi and defeated Daulat Khan. He was killed, and Sayyid Khizr Khan founded the Sayyid dynasty. Four rulers of this dynasty were very important, who ruled up to 1451 CE when Bahlol Lodi attacked, and in this way Bahlol Lodi started the rule. Okay. Four rulers are here. Bahlol Lodi, right? Sayyid Khizr Khan defeated Delhi ruler Daulat Khan and founded Lodi dynasty. I'm sorry, here founded not Lodi dynasty, it should be Sayyid dynasty. Okay, he founded the Sayyid, okay, Sayyid dynasty, not his dynasty. So in this way, this was the story. Now, first of all, you know, Bahlol Lodi was very important, able and competent general or ruler of this dynasty. He ruled from 1451 to 89, sorry, 89 CE, right? CE. He was a very good ruler, a very capable and efficient ruler. There was some uncommon thing with him. He wanted to get the favor to all of his novels to be very powerful. So he took some unique, he took a unique step. What was it? He did not show himself as the Sultan among his nobles, right? He used to show him just as other nobles or feudal lords. So he did not rule like a sultan but a feudal lord, just as Saman. To please his noble, he declared that he was one among them. He was not the master of them, but as a colleague, as a friend, as a member of the courts, officials. Is it clear? That is why he never sat on the throne as a king. Having seen this attitude and behavior, their nobles became happy and affectionate toward his ruler because he used to think they are just common like us. He just like a common nobles, feudal lords, right? He never sat on the throne. He suppressed the revolt in Goa. I mean, he took harsh step to take action against the rebellions. Now, revolt took place in Goa. Revolt is a situation in which a particular group of people or area who want to overthrow the existing rule, right? They did not want to see the continuation of existing rule, that is called revolt. But such type of revolts was failed or suppressed cruelly by Behlul Lodi, and he annexed, added the territory of Jaunpur and a number of other states in his own kingdom. By nature he was pious, religious. His rule was extended from Punjab to some parts of Bihar, right? From Punjab to Bihar. So in this way, these steps were taken by Bahlul Lodi to make his kingdom strong and united. Next ruler was Sikandar Lodi, who ruled kingdom from 1489 to 1517 CE. Okay, Sikandar Lodi succeeded his father in 1489. I mean Bahlul Lodi. After Bahlul Lodi, Sikandar Lodi, who was the son of him, began to rule the country. He was generous, I mean benevolent, very liberal toward the Muslim and ulemas. He gave help to the poor Muslim and gave money to the poor widows. Widow is a lady without her husband. I mean, when a husband of a female died, such female is known as widow. So I mean, he gave money to the poor widows for marriage of their daughters. And in this way, he got favor from the public area. Sikandar Lodi's religious policy toward the Hindus was not good, was very harsh, right? Very intolerant. I mean, he did not give the same facilities to Hindus as he was given to as to Muslims. He did not give the same facilities to Hindu as Muslims, right? As Muslims. So he was unpopular among Hindus. He destroyed many temples and constructed mosques in their place. नहीं? उन्होंने बहुत सारे हिंदू टेम्पल्स को क्या किया, डिस्ट्रॉय कर दिया, एंड ऑन दैट प्लेस he set up mosques. So he was just he became unpopular among the Hindus. Nowadays, you have also listened about Ram Mandir, Babri Masjid, about which it is said that Babur has demolished a Hindu temple and mosque was built. Like him, he also did the same work. So he became unpopular among Hindus. Okay. Now next is harsh means very hard, कठोर जिसको बोलते हो आप. One student have asked the question, right? Harsh meaning means very hard. Okay. Harsh meaning means not supported. I mean very, very difficult. Okay. In this way, harsh meaning means unpleasant, very rough, daring to sense, no, cruel, severe, what you can use. No, unpleasant, harsh, well. So in this way, next chat is done by whom? Three students are asking. Jajia. Jajia was, Ayush Kumar, you have asked the question. Jajia. It was a tax that was imposed by the ruler, like Firoz Tughlaq, imposed on only Hindus and non-Muslims. जो उस वक्त मुस्लिम नहीं था, जो गैर मुस्लिम था, नॉन मुस्लिम थे, तो उसमें ज्यादा हिंदूज थे यहाँ, तो हिंदुओं को ही ये टैक्स देना पड़ता था. ठीक है, इसमें मुस्लिम टैक्स नहीं देते थे, इसी को बोलते हैं जजिया टैक्स. ओके. नाउ Ipsita, you have asked about to say the meaning. Sir, say the meaning of harsh. Harsh means very severe, cruel, unpleasant. Okay. Now next is, again you are asking Durgesh Nandani, who were ulemas. This is my third or fourth time to say. Listen carefully. Ulemas were the scholar of Muslim learnings. They were the scholar, learned person of Islamic knowledge. But they were conservative. Conservative here means they do not believe in change. They do not like the same status of other religion. They used to think only their religion is better and greater. Okay. Now next is Sikandar Lodi, about whom you have already learned. After that, you see the role is played by whom? Actually, Sikandar Lodi founded a new city of Agra in 1506 CE and made it his capital and shifted the center of power from Delhi to Agra. Now, very important question you have to learn. Who founded the city Agra? Yes, exactly. Sikandar Lodi founded the Agra city. Now, next important question, when was it, when Agra city was set up or founded? Yes, correct answer is 1506. Who made the capital city Agra of Delhi Sultanate? Yes, Sikandar Lodi. So this type of question is very, very important. You should learn it. Now, last one is Ibrahim Lodi. He became the Sultan after his father Sikandar Lodi. He was an intelligent, able and brave ruler, but had to face many rebellions, means revolt. He failed to subdue Rana Shanga of Nepal. I mean, he failed to capture Rana Shanga. Next important steps taken by Ibrahim Lodi was what? He removed the old and senior military officers and appointed young and brave officers. Second step taken by him was he made his military power very strong. Third, he displaced many old nobles. I mean, when he removed the old nobles, he became very unhappy with them, unpleasant with them. There was a ruler, noble, his name was Daulat Khan. He was also removed because he was an old noble. He was the governor of Punjab. He rebelled against him because he did not want to leave his work, post, and he invited Babur, who was trying to attack India. Babur was the ruler of Kabul. Having seen the invitation from Daulat Khan, he attacked India by getting the support of Daulat Khan, and he got also. Daulat Khan used to think Babur would also will return just like the previous invaders, but it was just against his hope. Babur came here, defeated Ibrahim Lodi, and began to rule in India. He started a new dynasty, and its name was Mughal dynasty. Babur was the founder, and after this topic, we will discuss about Mughal dynasty. But Mughal dynasty is in other chapter. Rest part is here about administration, society, economy, and next slide I will teach you now. I am going to unmute you all. If you have any problem, you can ask me. Okay. Ask me if you want to ask. Yes, Ayush Kumar, you can chat. Subdue means defeat or get control over anyone. Subdue. Yes, next. Subdue meaning. Yes, any other question? Ask.